We're
back.
Guys? How you guys doing?
Welcome to our bedroom. Come to bed with us.
Come here, baby girl.
Leonelli.
Leonelli, don't run.
Star of the show.
Alright. She wants to say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Let me tell you something, man. After 6 months of traveling in Southeast Asia, this is the most comfortable bed I have slept in my entire life.
100%.
Hands down. We've been having trouble getting up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it's so comfortable and not wanting to get up.
So, also, we haven't fully adjusted back to the time zone. Yeah, we've been home for a month, but like that doesn't mean anything when you're living in your own world. So, yeah, back on the time zone now completely, I would say.
Slowly getting there. We're taking our time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, fam?
I'm Montana.
I'm Vieran.
And we're here to
Gallivant.
grow
Glow.
together. We'll get it right one of these days.
I mean, I can get it right, but the problem is her on the other hand.
No, I was a star.
Skipping all.
An absolute star.
She's skipping somewhere up in the mountains, still in Chiang Mai and Rai.
Montana means mountain. Vieran, it means unloyal.
Okay, I'm leaving. Cut.
Welcome to our channel. Be sure to like and subscribe.
For more love, life, and travel adventures.
We have been back now for just over a month.
Yes, we came back the 21st of December.
Yeah.
And what's today? Today is February 2nd.
Yeah.
Right? February 2nd, yeah.
Yeah. So just over a month, like, well, almost a month and a half now, really. But so we came back and it was a surprise, right? Like, we didn't tell almost anyone, and the whole thing was to surprise V's family for Christmas. So we made the whole, like, literally 48-hour trip back from, at the time we were in Boracay, was the last place we were. In Boracay, back to Tampa. Took 48 hours. It was miserable.
Miserable, brutal.
So many delays.
My God. I think we only had one delay. That's when we were in the States.
No, I think we had a few.
Oh, really? Or
Yeah.
maybe it was South Korea.
And South
too.
Korea too, yeah.
Either
South Korea
way,
and Boston.
It was long, exhausting, and not fun at all.
It wasn't. It was not fun. That's the worst part of traveling.
Especially long distance, yeah.
Days.
Well, I mean, when you're going to somewhere that far, yes.
Yeah.
But when it's like close, it's not.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
big
like,
of a
they
deal.
can be fun. They can be an adventure, but yeah, 2 days across, like, and literally switching time zones upside down. So, like, we couldn't really sleep because we didn't really even know, like, what time it was, where in the world, like, where our bodies were at. Miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But we made it, and we surprised his family for Christmas. It was so much fun. We got his mom first. Mama! Surprise! And then his dad. Merry Christmas, Tata! Merry Christmas! And then his brother.
Damn, how are you? Oh shit.
Good. And then his sister. Go.
And it's a random no because
Yeah, V's
we were
other
supposed
brother.
to go to soccer, but so we just kind of called and told May I'm back.
Yeah. So
But yeah, we got a
that
couple.
was really
we got
fun.
Majority of them.
And we also, so because we had renters in our house until December 31st, we couldn't get into our house until January 1st. That's 10 days. And we were like, what are we gonna do? And luckily we have some wonderful friends in St. Pete who are actually going out of town for the holidays.
Woo! Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Becca and Solo. And they let us stay in their brand new house that they had just bought that was like a block from the water in downtown St. Pete. So we got to stay in this gorgeous house for 10 days. By ourselves because they only spent the first night with us before they went on their own adventure for the holidays.
Fabulous day. Thank you guys again.
So that was really nice, but it still was so weird because it felt like we were still backpacking.
Living out our backpacks,
at
yeah.
home. Yeah, we were still backpacking just at home. So it didn't feel like we were home yet. So, and also we were adjusting to everything, like the culture and back to like familiar sounds and smells and people.
Yeah. But one thing when we did get back, it was kind of cold here, you know what I mean? We weren't used to that, so that's one thing we had to do. We talked to our tenant, hey, listen, we're gonna be able to, can we actually stop by the house, pick up some of our winter clothes? And he was kind and nice enough to allow us into the house, and we got some of our stuff, so that kind of helped. Finally getting some new wardrobe after 6 months of wearing the same thing over and over again.
It was a little overwhelming though because we literally just ran into the room where we had stored all of our stuff with V's dad, and we were like, okay, we gotta like get in and out. And I'm like, I don't even know what I have.
And I also really did not want to go inside because I didn't want to see what was gonna look like, you know what I mean? I was afraid what if there's some damage. I was like, Montana, can you just do it yourself and just bring your other clothes out? It's like, no. So we both went inside, you know. There was nothing structurally damaged, but it was just a bit dirty.
Yeah,
but
it was super messy, which like had us concerned, but also it was like their moving week, so it was understandable that it was like dirty because you're dragging stuff in and out. They clearly weren't taking their shoes off at the door, which when we have like white tile floors downstairs, you see everything. The renter finally moves out. We're able to get into the first house on January 1st. It is a whirlwind. We had given ourselves 2 weeks to move back into the house, and that's like cleaning everything, doing inventory of everything, unpacking. Like we had one room where we stored all of our like valuable things that we didn't want in an outdoor environment.
Yeah, it was locked up as well, yeah.
That was locked, but then we also had like boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff in the garage, like everything from the kitchen, all of my art supplies, like just everything. So we gave ourselves 2 weeks to like deep clean, and that took a few days itself. You know, like everything from like wiping down the baseboards to like scrubbing out scratches on the tile.
Deep clean, you know what I mean? Not just a general clean, like a deep clean, you know, like it's like you're moving into an old apartment and then getting it ready or a new house. So
yeah, and V's parents helped us, thank goodness. That was a big help. They're professional cleaners, like they know what they're doing, and we definitely got the job done a lot faster because of that. Yeah. So really grateful for them.
And then slowly but surely we started unpacking everything. That took a while, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a long process. And it took us, like you said, 2 weeks to do everything. And then also then we also started setting up the Airbnbs that we have downstairs.
So that's like our next chapter until we hit the road again, is we are Airbnb-ing out our 2 spare rooms downstairs. So we had to set those up as like nice guest spaces, and I'm really stoked about how they turned out. I might put a little clip here for you of that. They turned out really well, and so like literally the last day of those 2 weeks that we gave ourselves, like I had them listed, they were ready to go, they started being booked right away. So like they've been really successful so far. And so far we've had great guests. Like there's been a couple of like minor mishaps, but like nothing serious.
Nothing serious. Yeah, it's been great so far, honestly.
Yeah.
If it continues like this way, no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah, so lucky. So we've been doing that. And then we also have plans for like what are we doing next? Like what's our next trip? How do we make that happen? Do we want to rent out the whole house? If we do that, like where...
Or split it into 3, or live in a garage, live up here. There's so many different things going on. Like if it wasn't for this trip, I don't think we would have thought up any of this, you know, and it's...
Yeah, we've definitely
It's been a
realized
lot of
like
fun, though.
we need less space.
Mm-hmm.
So like sharing our big house like feels very natural, and also like welcoming other travelers into our space, because we use Airbnbs all over Southeast Asia. We use them all over Europe. Like we've used Airbnbs everywhere we've traveled. And we have run them before. I mean, we've been running Airbnbs for other people for years now. And so this is our first time that we've had Airbnb rooms in our own house where we're sharing the space with other people. But it's kind of nice to like have temporary roommates and
also having to clean all the time, keeping the place
Yeah.
clean and tidy.
we
and-
have to keep our house clean now,
Yeah.
which has been good
It's
for us.
also nice though because the front two rooms of the house we almost hardly ever used. You know, even the bathrooms, basically living room and upstairs here. So there was a lot of space that was unused. So why not turn that into some type of profit? You know what I mean? While we try to figure out other ways of making money. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. So we're kind of just like gypsying our way around the world right now as far as finances go. But
then again, like
we have
I
lots
mean,
of ideas.
Then again, like very grateful and blessed that we can do this. You know what I mean? Like, what if we were just had like a 1-bedroom apartment? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd have to go back maybe to work and get a 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we have to look at the positive side of this. You know what I mean? And we also get to meet a lot of cool people as well.
Yeah, we've met some cool people that have stayed here, which is awesome. Had some like nice enlightening conversations and shared ourselves and, you know, learned about other people, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, we've said it a million times, like this house has been such a blessing. We were so lucky to like jump on it when we did in 2019, right before the pandemic. And then we were able to like have this space to work on during the pandemic and then get married in our backyard because we had it. And then we were able to rent it out while we were traveling so that we could survive. And now we can continue this like journey of utilizing our house in different ways to help us like into these next stages of our life while we're working on our YouTube business and our online business and other property management things and all of the other ideas. Like I'm writing some books, which is fun, and like V also has real estate. So we have lots of like projects that we're working on, and we're just really grateful and so lucky that we have this house to like keep us afloat while we're working on those things, and we don't have to go back to 9 to 5s if we don't want to. And maybe we'll pick up some odd jobs here and there. We've definitely talked about that as time goes on. But like right now we are just really enjoying being back home, enjoying our
Feels really
space,
nice, yeah.
enjoying our friends, enjoying our family, enjoying our home, our cat. Hi baby.
This is our child right here.
Princess. Our little queen.
Like last time, so I'm just sitting in the porch in the back. I'm like, damn man, it feels really, really nice to be like. That makes me not want to go anywhere, like because it's so beautiful. And the few guests that we have had, all of them told us the vibe is just like phenomenal. You know, especially the renter who's been here for 6 months. You know what I mean? He's gotten really creative over the last 6 months because of the vibe of the house, and that's thanks to this lady here.
Yeah.
She had the ideas.
We helped make them happen.
Yes.
And your dad
Yes,
was very
and my dad,
instrumental in
yes,
that situation. But yeah, there is a tour video that I made of our house before we left. Like, check it out. I also have links to like all of the things that are in the house if you're interested in anything that I've used for decor. That's not secondhand. Most of it's secondhand, but there are some things that I purchased new that I linked to. Yeah, we're just so happy to be home. We're happy for this next stage.
We're just gonna continue to do what we said we were going to. Continue on focusing on that and not giving up. Just doing what we want with our time, and
we want to make the most of this time that we have now. To not have to be working full time. We still have, like, we are working full time just for ourselves and on our own projects. We're just not doing it in a traditional way, in the way that we were accustomed to. So it feels very different. It feels kind of scary because now like we have to hold ourselves 100% accountable. Like there's no like we have to or we'll get fired, or like if we're late to work someone's gonna be mad. It's like, no, we have to make sure that we're getting our stuff done. And so that's a big change, but it's an exciting change, and we just want to make sure that we're really maximizing that and setting ourselves up with these new projects and new like creating new passive income streams for the future, because eventually we want to get to a point where we can travel even more and work even less and have that income that's sustaining us throughout that time. So this is really what like this period is focused on. But we do continue to continuously keep traveling once we figure out this health stuff. So we still have months and months of video from Southeast Asia to get out to you guys. Like there was no way to keep up with it. So like we have adventures coming out still every single week. We'll continue to do these vlogs and update you on what's going on. We're gonna do vlogs on like what our favorite places were in Southeast Asia, like what were the worst places, all of like those little details that, you know, like now that we're back home, we can sit and ruminate on and really share now that we've had some time to process. Yeah,
six months is a long time, you know what I mean, to like just be able to discuss in like a video. Like you can do that in like thousands of videos, you know what I mean, all the experiences that we had.
We miss it. We definitely miss it. So it's like nice to sit here and talk about it and be like, oh yeah, we did that, and like remember that little detail. So if you have specific questions about anything about our Southeast Asia backpacking trip, please put it in the comments. We are happy to share. Help us, give us some guidelines to go off of here, because there's so many different things that we could talk about.
Exactly, yeah. Especially if you know somebody that's planning on doing a big trip like this, you know what I mean. It's definitely recommendable to ask questions. You know what I mean. Get as much advice as you can before you go on a long trip like this, because it's
I have a friend Anna who's
especially
about to
doing it by yourself.
My friend Anna who's about to go on a solo backpacking trip, like basically around the world. Like she's hitting a couple of different continents. She's been asking me like all of these things, and it's so fun, and I'm like, yes, I want to share with you everything that I learned, and like here's all the great stuff that I learned, and here's the stuff to avoid, and like it's why like just go off a whim and like to go into it blind when you can have support and people that can walk you through some of it. So we are definitely like happy to be that sounding board for anyone that has questions about a trip like we did.
What's up, fam?
I'm Montana.
I'm Bieran.
And we're here to
Gallivant,
grow,
glow together. Woo-hoo-hoo. Welcome to Triple G. Triple G, baby.
Absolutely not. Triple G.
Isn't it Gallivant, glow, grow?
Grow, glow.
Grow, glow.
You don't even know your own business. Triple G.
Triple G, baby.
You're a negative G. How about that?
Guys, this is what I have to deal with right here.
Gallivant, grow, glow together.
Gallivant, grow, and glow together.
No and. There's no and.
So we're not doing and any between those two.
No.
Okay. So we're just going to go gallivant and growing and glowing.
No, babe.
Bringing you sugar and a rust.
We rebranded. We say together.
Together?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say.
We say it together.
Say what's together?
Together. No, I go, I'm Montana.
No shit, Sherlock. I'm not Montana.
And we're here to
continue to grow.
Gallivant, grow, glow together.
Together, okay. So I just say grow. You say the other two. Right?
No.
Or we say them all
grow.
Together.
No, you say gallivant, grow, glow together. Okay, do it again.
What's up, fam?
I'm Montana.
I'm Bieran.
And we're here to
gallivant,
grow,
glow
together.
Together. I love it.
No, but together though.
Together.
We have to say
we're
it
not together, no.
Okay.
Oh, baby girl.
She's like, I don't want to be the starfish. You guys are annoying me.
She's posing for you guys.
I don't know if they can see her that close. Leona, come back here. Oh, okay. Never mind.